You're listening to the GigSalad Greenroom interviews. I'm Destin Harrison, along with Megan Frisbee, and we had a lot of fun recording today's podcast. Paul Emerson and Dana Powell have both had quite a bit of success in the film industry. Both of them are excellent actors and writers, and between the two of them, they've worked on everything from AT&T ads to shows like Modern Family and The Office. We interviewed each of them individually in separate episodes, but then we thought we'd have a little bit of fun and play a round of Never Have I Ever with them while they were in the green room with us. Here's what happened. So we're here with Paul Emerson and Dana Powell, and we're going to play a game, guys, if you're up for it.
Yes, please.
Yes.
All right, so this is an old-time favorite. This game is called Never Have I Ever.
Oh,
but
boy.
Gosh.
Here's the stipulation.
Okay.
Of course, customarily, this is a drinking game,
Yeah.
Right.
but it's 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So if you have done the activity in question, what you have to do is say your name. So just blurt it out there, hold your spot, and then you have to tell the story
Oh,
that relates to it. As
Okay.
embarrassing as it may be.
Oh, no.
So
I
in
can't
lieu
wait.
of taking a shot, you have to just bite the bullet and tell the story.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Gosh.
All right, Megan, you want to take the first one?
Okay. Never have I ever
Oh my gosh, I'm
Like,
getting
podcast.
terrified.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, build the tension.
wrestled Eric Stonestreet.
Ah, Dana!
You were fighting dirty, too. You kicked him while he was down.
I did, yes.
Was that scripted, or was that
No.
just Dana?
Eric and I have a very loving yet tumultuous brother-sister relationship.
Right, very sibling.
Yeah,
In real
very-
life?
In real life?
Real life.
Show,
Yes, yeah. And so he was like, as we were coming up to the job, he was like, "Oh man, you must be so excited! You've been waiting 14 years to do this." And I was like, "You cannot imagine." So I was so. But we actually did. They had stunt doubles for us ready to go, but we actually did all of it. And
Like,
there's-
screw that. I want to kick him.
Oh my gosh, there's stuff of me rolling over the couch and him flipping over the couch. I mean, it got crazy. But the bad part is he kept saying to me, I was on him for so long. And then every time we were so close
that.
face to face and breathing heavy, it was so weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was so strange. But anyway, every time I would get up, I didn't realize I was bracing myself on his sternum. And so eventually he was like, "Dana, stop pushing on my chest." And I was like, "Sorry, I don't realize I'm doing it." He ended up going to the doctor because he was like, "My chest is sore." And I had bruised his sternum.
It's just for hours. It was like a
was hours,
day,
yeah.
like a day long thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though the sequence in the show it lasts
It's so quick.
It's
Yeah.
like 30
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah, 30 seconds to a
Yeah,
minute
no,
is
I
like
had so
just
much time.
you guys know. I mean, it just takes forever to shoot something.
Yeah, so we were up and down, so much, and every time we got up, I was like, on his chest.
And I'm sure there was like some aggression in that, like punk, and then because
Next one. Never have I ever been arrested. Nobody's been arrested.
Oh,
That's
okay.
funny. I've been detained like 4 or 5 times,
For
but
what?
I've never
I wanna
actually
hear
been
about
booked.
it, honestly.
I've never actually been booked.
I had a cop pull a gun on me once.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's true.
That was horrible.
Tell this story, please.
It's not exciting. It's just stupid. It was in Texas, and I was with my best friend, and her aunt dared us to steal a Hooter sign that was hanging from a bridge, and it was attached by zip ties. And we were girls. We didn't have a pocket knife, so we tried to burn it off.
Hey, real quick, was alcohol involved in this decision
my
at all?
parents might listen to this.
So that's
if you
a yes.
didn't hear that, Paul just got slapped.
That's not a sound effect.
That was legit.
So the cop was like, "What are you girls doing?" And we were
Wait, burn it off with like a blowtorch or just a lighter?
A
Okay,
lighter.
okay.
Yeah, which is not fast,
And a
by the way.
flamethrower and a fifth of vodka.
Yeah, exactly. No, so we tried to burn it off, and he was like, "What are you doing?" So we ran back to where her aunt was, and he was chasing us, telling us stop. And we got in the Suburban, and he pulled his gun on us.
my
And
gosh.
finally, she was like, "Sorry, officer, I dared these girls. I'm her, I'm this girl's aunt, whatever." And he goes, "Where y'all from?" And we were like, "Missouri." And he goes, "Y'all can get yourselves in trouble here in Texas." And he let
my
us go.
gosh.
But it was terrifying. Yeah.
You're listening to the GigSalad Greenroom interviews. Whether you're looking for a balloon twister or a magician or a rock band, we have everything you need all in one place. No matter if you're planning a corporate event or a wedding reception, a birthday party, or just an awesome weekend get-together, just go to GigSalad.com to find out how we can help you book something awesome.
There's a story about, we don't have to get into it necessarily, but a kid in Target.
Oh no!
I want to hear.
We
definitely
don't
need to
have
do
to
this.
get into it, but should we?
I think
we should.
No, let's please
I think
do.
we should.
It's this boy in Target, and he's mouthing off to, like, I think he's maybe he's like swearing maybe and cutting,
They were
causing.
swearing a
There we
lot.
go. I'll get into it. And
No, they were swearing a lot, and it was ridiculous. It was causing a scene. I felt like it was disrespectful, and it got on my. They thought they were real smart with their mouths, and like my tongue is like a sword anyway. And I go, you guys think you're real cool, huh? You guys think you're pretty cool? You can say fuck? Okay. And like, of course at that point, everyone's staring. Their mouths are just open looking at me. Like, I can't handle people.
right, so and frankly, that's kind of stuff that I think most people wish they could do, and
Right.
that is not. And because if we ever did that when we were hanging out together, I would.
My husband
I
won't
would
go
go
to the
away.
movies
Right, I would
with
just
me.
walk
I
away.
recently.
Oh,
this
there's
is
another-
2 weeks
She
ago.
has another one of these. Like, she can't literally. She's just
2
Dana.
weeks ago, I went to see The Witch late at night, and I was like, it's a Friday night. I know there's going to be kids there wanting to enjoy it, but it's okay. I'm going to go by myself. My husband and my son were asleep. And I went over, and there was a man talking on the phone. Through the trailers, I was fine with it. Once the movie started, I literally put my hands above my head, and I go, stop it. Stop talking. I want to watch this movie. I really need this tonight.
Dana, we need to hang out more.
Right?
This all-
We're gonna move back to
Stop.
Springfield.
I mean, this all
He
points
didn't
to.
stop, so I stood up and I looked at him and I pointed and I go, I told you not tonight, buddy, not tonight. And I had him removed from the theater.
Wow,
This
you
all-
are my hero.
Right, it's actually really is. It's kind of one of these things you wish somebody in that situation would do it. Maybe you yourself, which I am not confrontational in that way. But it definitely teeters on crazy lady. I mean, let's be honest. It's just
I'm
a little
actually
bit.
a pretty shy person.
Yes, but
Yeah.
but here the thing is, like some people would be like, he's talking, they'd be like, I'm just gonna go talk. I'm gonna go talk to the, and they would go out quietly,
No,
and they
I
would talk
shot
to the.
him a dirty
But
look.
no,
I
no,
gave him
but
warning,
she's
so I
clapping.
shot him.
Well,
I
stop
shot him
right
a
now.
dirty look.
Like it's like why? Like just
Because
go
I
and talk
wanted
to
him
the
to
theater.
know I was serious.
I know, but they'll know you're serious when you go out and talk to the theater people, and they come and
He knew
so
I was
she
serious
just
when
wanted
I
to
pointed and
amplify
said,
it.
not tonight, buddy. I told you not tonight.
This is our dynamic.
I've done the clapping thing before. I used
Yeah.
to waitress at a bar. And at closing time, have you guys ever served?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the closing time, the drunk people don't want to leave. They love the bar so much.
Mm-hmm.
There's this girl in the bathroom floor, and she's just, I don't want that. I was like, you need to get like, clapping. Like, what's happening?
That's amazing.
You know, it is a natural
It's like
thing.
natural. It's like,
They're probably like,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying right now. It's like I can't hear.
Maybe it's a threat.
Stop
They hear the smack and they're like, "It's my hand now, but just wait.
Just
Yeah.
wait.
Just
It's
wait till
getting
your
closer.
face gets closer."
Right,
Wait
right.
till my fist crushes your
Right.
bones. No,
Just
I'm not
ask
a
Eric
violent-
Stonestreet.
Right?
He knows.
I will bruise your sternum. Do not
So
come near
bad.
me.
It's gonna take hours, but I'll do it.
slow and steady.
Never have I ever been kicked out of a hotel.
I will say, Paul, by the way, I will say that we multiple times, we were never physically removed. We were asked to leave a few times and we did not.
That's even better.
I mean, it's just because, you know,
I
you're
would
like,
never do that.
you
If somebody
kids-
tells
Dana
me
would have yelled at you.
right, she meant,
Slapped
get
her
out
way
of this
out.
hotel right now.
Now.
Tonight is not the night for a hotel.
Not tonight, buddy. Not
Yeah,
tonight.
get out of it. So we were in Phoenix, Arizona, in this one particular, and there's definitely some details I cannot share, just because they're not appropriate for podcasting, or
my
maybe
God,
they're.
I'm gonna ask
but
you later.
yeah, right. But they're we went to this show, and as was not terribly rare, our show was canceled. Now this wasn't because nobody showed up. We actually had maybe 3 or 4, so that was a good crowd for us. It was a timing thing. We just couldn't go on, so we were pretty peeved. So we go back to our hotel. We have a few drinks. And then we have a few more drinks, and you know how it goes. And and this is kind of a little, I think this is interesting. I didn't ever get inebriated until I was 26.
Me neither.
It was the first time I got drunk. I was 26. I didn't drink through high school, didn't drink through college. and it was just, and so like me at 26, it was like, so I was like, this is what it's like to be drunk. And so I'm running, and we're running down through the halls of the hotel, banging on everybody's door. We're out in the parking lot. I'm showing everybody how great I am with like my eye-hand coordination. I can look, guys, I can totally test my nose. And we're like literally knocking on doors. And then, and one of my bandmates didn't drink. And so.
He must have been having a blast.
Oh my gosh, he had the best time ever. And so at some point we go back to the room, and cause we're like, this is the best thing ever. It's my first beer. And so that the management comes and they says, everybody is complaining. So, and that happened 2 or 3 times until he said, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. And we continue to make noise. We didn't leave. And that happened often. Because where are you supposed to go? It's 2:00 in the morning. What am I going to do?
Then you shouldn't be shame on you.
Well, shame on me.
Yes.
I totally agree. Shame on me.
Yeah.
Listen, banging on people's doors at 12:30 is not cool.
No.
But
That's not how you make friends.
We didn't throw any TVs out windows. We threw our bassist out the window that night. It was only the second floor.
Oh my god.
And he was totally fine. And,
was he aware of this? Was he in on this decision?
Oh no! I wish that we have video of this, but he's like, guys, I'm totally gonna jump out this window, and we're like, do it, dude. And he's like, I'm gonna, and like, so we were, and then at one point I was like, no, seriously, maybe just don't do it. And he's like, no, I'm gonna do it, and it was great. It's like that's the moments you live for, right?
No, I don't live to throw my friends out a window.
And then later that night, we thought he was gonna die from alcohol poisoning, and he didn't, and it was fine. This is
great example.
But I was 26.
Right.
Don't listen to Uncle Paul.
Right. Don't listen to Uncle Paul.
Okay, we'll do one last one.
Okay.
And I feel like this probably has happened to you, Dana.
Mm-hmm.
I have never cried at work.
Yeah, Dana. But
just the way you said that makes me feel like it's going to be a good story.
No,
Dana.
I'm trying to think, like, I definitely, also, like, my definition of work is sometimes different than other people's. Like,
I can think of times.
Well, you said auditions were your work, so.
Oh, gosh. That's so, what a good memory. And I've definitely cried at work too then.
Yeah. Because we get paid to do that.
I would say outside of that.
Well, outside of that, but I don't cry in front of
Yeah.
people. I'll go to the bathroom and do it.
I show emotions. My
I
name's
don't.
Dana
I'm so
Powell.
sorry,
I don't show emotions.
I had a director once at the Groundlings that told me she's very hard on women, and I think because she wants us to be our best. I don't know if that's always the best way to teach people, but I was on stage in front of my class and I had done something, and she said, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Dana, you have no charisma. You have no presence on stage. You have no characters," and just like went down the list of just ripping me a new bunghole and in front of my colleagues. And I said, I was trying so hard to keep it together because she had been picking on me a lot. There were only 2 girls in the class because comedy is kind of a man's world, you know, a lot of times. And so I just kept it together. I was like, I'm not crying in front of these people. And I go, well, I think my resume says different.
Oh.
Yeah.
She goes, "Go sit down." So I did. And then later I walked around the corner on Melrose and cried on the corner.
Aww.
Yeah.
That
But I
sounds
just didn't believe that. I mean, that lights a little, like,
Lights the fire.
What kind of flame do you call
I
it?
call it a bad name flame.
what does it rhyme with?
It's an FU flame, I think.
Yeah,
You can
an
say
FU.
FU, right? I mean, that's...
Sure.
That's what she called it.
It's just initials.
Yeah,
that's fine, because it could stand for anything, like friendship, united flame.
Yeah.
But I call it my little FU flame in my heart, that when, like, coming from a small town, I didn't have family in this industry or anything, and what I've been able to do. I wasn't a star in college by any means. I was not the person that anyone thought would grow up to do what I'm doing. And so when people tell me I can't do something, or that, you know, you're not the Hollywood type, whatever, I call it my little FU flame. I'll show you.
That's awesome.
I think that's great though, because there's so many people that kind of have it handed to them. Like they're born with it, and people are like, yeah, be in this movie, or like be in this thing. And if you can have somebody tell you you don't have it, you're not going to make it, and you can still do it and still not give up, I think that's so much better than just writing it out.
Because then the rejection doesn't matter to you.
Exactly.
You're like, nah, I'm just going to keep doing it.
That kind of sounds like Mindy Kaling. Have you read her book at all?
No, I haven't.
Because she's completely not what Hollywood wants, not the body type, and she's not Caucasian, and And so she always had that attitude, though, like, I'm doing it anyway. And
me too. So, I was never the star. Yeah. I don't look like Charlize Theron. I know, kind of. I do.
You do.
She is
But I'm not the girl that walks into a room at an audition and everyone goes, this is the girl. She's got it. But when I walk out, they'll remember me.
That's awesome. I love that.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Fun fact for everybody who can't see Dana over the podcast, but she and I are both redheads.
Yeah. I feel like
does that play into the flame a little bit?
Maybe it might.
So, Paul, did you have a crying at work story?
I'm not sure. Similarly, you don't want to necessarily do it in front of coworkers, especially on set. That's not going to be good. When I came out to LA for originally, I had success very quickly. Very, very luckily, so I found out that it was very rare. Yeah. Like that was not a thing that generally happens. And then I booked those two things. I, put together a savings account, and then I did not work for a year and a half. Like I was reading for studios, and then literally it just stopped for no reason. I didn't do anything wrong. I still had my agent, and that's the things that just happens sometimes. Yeah. And so that's the stuff that you also have to realize that it could stop at any moment. There's a lot of terrifying aspects to it. So I had this assumption, and it turned into like, when is my agent going to call? And so there were days where I when I'm 20 years old out there by myself, and I went to the closet and like curled up into a ball and was crying. Like it's the amount of mental fortitude it kind of takes to get into it is very tough. And so that was not a rare occurrence.
The first time I tested for something, I ended up in the fetal position in my bedroom crying.
It's tough.
It's tough, yeah.
That's the hard part of the job. It's not like digging ditches. It's not saving lives. It's you know what I mean? But the mental side of it, the working with yourself and how you look and how you sound and how you act.
They talk about you like you're cattle, like you're not human.
You stand in front of them and you wear different shirts and they ignore the fact that you're human.
Yeah, like especially me, like I don't have the same body as a lot of ladies, and so it's like, no, look at how her hips look wide in that, and you're like, I am right here.
Yeah, like for me, and when I because I don't work out a lot, but I'm grateful to be lean, but he's like, well, he kind of has man boobs in that one. I'm like, well, thanks. I'm right here, guys.
Gosh.
But they just, and so you have to become very, displaced from it.
You do. And you have to know, I think, prepare yourself with what to say to people, too. Like, when I go into a wardrobe fitting, right off the bat, immediately, I go, I got giant boobs. Don't put me in a jacket. Like, I know my faults so well, and I just put them out there before anybody else can.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's the tough.
It is.
That's a tough part of it.
Yeah.
That's a tough part.
Or when you sign contracts, when you're testing for something and you see like money and contracts that are going to change your life overnight for real, and then it goes away.
And they may not. Yeah, they may not come through. Yeah. But just to also preface now, I'm super buff. And I've got huge pectorals, and actually an 8-pack. It's like I've got the da-da-ba-da-ba-da and the ba-da. Yeah, so I'm really pretty ripped up now. So just as a preface,
we've been drinking this whole time. He's actually been like crushing the beer cans with his pecs, as not even using his hands.
No, I just literally
just flexes and
just like you push your arms together.
Yep.
So yes,
it's pretty
very
amazing.
very handsome and very buff.
You are very handsome,
very
you
sweet.
dodo.
Very sweet. Very sweet.
So we've gone from being arrested and throwing your basis out the window to crying in the fetal position.
Yeah.
It's about covers it.
That's Hollywood.
I cannot think of a better place to end this podcast. But thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. It really has.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having
us.
Fantastic.
Paul and Dana were both gracious enough to sit in with us for their own separate episodes of our talk show as well, and they shared some amazing stories about how they got started in the entertainment industry. Also, Paul's band Mayfield gets some airtime on his episode, so be sure to check it out. And if you'd like any more information on how we can help you book something awesome, just go to GigSalad.com. For everyone here in the GigSalad Greenroom, I'm Destin Harrison. Thanks for listening.